And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hold up, dude. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's coming to us.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Able to put this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Gets past one man. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Wilson to Mims for a New York first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught. In the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Tannehill. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 82 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it with Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Shifts free at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Just like that. Just like that. Check.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Finding room to the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll also wind up being the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tannehill. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Tannehill, looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go quickly here out to Moore. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunity. For both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 8-3. 55.
They go play action now. Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you...
They got his man complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Tannehill looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Morgan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Bring it. 45. Check. Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo. Oh, you got D? 44.
Here's Tannehill. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Tighten up. Check safety.
Derrick Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got 4. You got 4. Check, check. Lucky.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's just me. Took left. 45.
Tannehill now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Henry again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands hands of his receiver Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing now is Wilson. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Wilson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off inside the 10. And now off to the races down the right side. Bring it! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On first down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.